Hey, this is me building and strategizing my 400k per year profit solo consulting business right in front of your eyes, and this is a daily video series that follows the exact same framework. I start by answering your questions. This means that you can ask any question that you might have down below in the comment section, and then I'll answer your question in tomorrow's video. It gives you a good reason to tune back in. It's a good engagement hack, and it also gets me to actually help you out with your business, which is the main purpose of content, right? Then I run you through my business stats. This is just me very transparently sharing all of my personal numbers, both when it comes to the growth of my social channels, but also my cash revenue and cost of running this operation. Then I run you through my to-do list, so what I did today and what I'll do tomorrow in order to move the needle within my business. And then I do some live strategy and how I'm planning to get to $1 million a year in personal profit by only taking calls 3 days a week and keeping my profit margins fairly high. Because if you're new here, I've actually taken 2 of my previous coaching businesses to more than 100k per month, but I did it with a large team, business partners, and not that high personal profit margin. So that's what I'm trying to do differently here this time. So this is the channel you're watching right now, my daily update. So what I always do is that I head into community, and then I basically just find a comment that I haven't interacted with, and then I answer it. So here, for example, we can see that Robin has asked me a question that I'll of course answer. Let me see if you can see. I'm checking OBS here. You can. Very nice. Robin says, Fred, love your authentic content, bro. Thank you so much, man. From your perspective, which B2C markets will face problems in the coming years, which will increase and which will have a high demand for solutions? Keep going, and thanks for your answer, mate. Oh, B2C. Are we thinking info, so selling to beginners, or are we thinking general business to consumers, so basically anyone buying something that isn't a business? I'll try to answer both. So I think the current trends that we're seeing in the market, right, for example, is that health and wealth is 2 of the probably the main drivers when you're a coach or consultant, right? Some of the best businesses there is fitness coaching. It is health, it is feeling good, it is this whole wave, sauna, cold plunge, all of that has never been more popular. So I think there's a huge opportunity in health, brands as Whoop, right, is crushing completely. It is hot in here, I'm so sorry. So I think anything that is somewhat tangible, money and fitness, is always great offers, and I think they will thrive for sure. Then I think some things such as AI consulting, I know that's more for businesses, but I also think there is a huge potential in learning AI for regular people, because that market is a lot bigger than B2B, right, when you're comparing it to individuals. So I think, bro, that is the markets that I truly believe in. Good question, man. Interesting what you'll need it for, but I really appreciate it. Then we have T here, who's back. Been a while, missed you, Fred. Thank you, bro. You too. Got a hot question. Nice. I'm excited now. A lot of people are talking about the trust recession in info and how it's going to kill a lot of offers. My personal take is that the market is definitely shifting, and tactics like showing a Lambo and booking people into high-pressure sales calls will die off eventually. I could be wrong, though. So I wanted to get your take on this. How are you or your clients who sell the B2C adapting to the changing environment to still sell high-ticket programs? Share the sauce, you smart Danish man. Thank you, bro. And really, really good question here. And I very much agree. I'm also currently seeing a bit of a shift and a bit of a trend shifting in the business space, especially in B2C offers. I think the reason to this, right, is that the market is becoming more educated. This typically means that when a market has been exposed to a large enough of volume of a specific thing, in this case ads, cars, girls, yachts, it starts to become a little bit tired of it because it's not something new. It's on the regular now. It's nothing crazy renting a Lamborghini, right? So what people then start to do is that they start to dig a little bit more. So what's below the surface of the Lambo. So I agree that we are somewhat entering a trust recession, and the people that will come out on top is people that have competence, right? So people that can actually show that they're incredibly good at what they're doing, and then also, in my opinion, a track record. Track records are extremely important for B2C, these kind of people. For example, UT, you of course look at people's case studies when, if you're, for example, buying a mentor or a program or whatever it might be. But you've probably succeeded so much with your own online business at this point that you have a high self-conviction. So you don't really focus too much on the student results. You more so look at the mentor and be like, if this guy could do it, so can I probably. And I really fuck with this guy, so I'm gonna go with him. All right. Whereas beginners, they place a lot more conviction in other people, where it's like, I have no idea if this business thing will actually work for me, but it did for that guy that is pretty similar to me. So if that mentor helped that person, he can probably help me too. So I think track records and showing your competence is without a doubt the best way that you can kind of like position yourself. So the way that you really want to go about this is, I think long form content is going to be even more important than what it is now. Of course, now it is insanely important. But yeah, I think long form content is extremely important. And then also things such as community. So obviously B2C, it doesn't really, I don't think it has a large selling point for beginners that there is like a physical community added to the service if it's high ticket. I think for them it's more important seeing results and getting that their promises kind of like fulfilled on that point. But I heavily have like one-on-one coaching and physical communities, meetup vibes is something that I believe in a lot in the consulting space, like overall. So yeah, I like that question, bro. I hope it makes sense. And then I think one more thing is like time. I think the people that can like stick around for the longest in terms of like running their ads, retargeting, showing up, student results, building product, these kind of things, like these people will win immensely in this space. I can feel that pretty much on my brand and profile that I've shared coaching and student and mentorship wins for like 2.5 years, which is a long time in this industry. So I think people that has a long time horizon and can actually stick around in the market will see a lot of benefits for sure. Yeah, bro, I think good question. I love it. Good question. Good to see you again, T. Next question here is from Akshat. I'm sorry for saying your name. I hope it's alright, bro. Fred, love your work. Thank you. I run a done for you for podcast growth for venture capital companies. Wow. And private equity firms. I love it. Is there even an option in a niche like mine to run it done with you? Perhaps to train the internal team? Yes, bro. There are. I've helped a lot of people that had agencies that thought that I can't introduce a done with you offer here in this niche. It's not gonna work. But there are many ways that you can do, bro. And the thing that you came up with here yourself is very, very intelligent and a very good idea, because a lot of VC companies and private equity firms, of course, they have already like an internal marketing department, like the majority of them has, because it's big firms, right? They manage millions, billions of dollars. So of course they probably have an in-house marketing department. So I think, bro, it's an amazing selling point for you that you can like consult and help their internal marketing department to go from not having a podcast to like a fully well-oiled podcast machine in 60 days or whatever your consulting offer is. So I think, bro, definitely there is like, I think the offers that you can sell here is, of course, like one-on-one consulting, right? So like where you consult their internal team. Then I think an in-person kind of like a workshop. I think that would also be amazing, also for like your own content and trust building, like showing up physically and then like teaching this company, their marketing department, how to set it up and everything. And then I think, bro, you can actually also build a course. I would combine the course with also one-on-one, but the course could, for example, be a podcast checklist, a list of things that they should buy to set up the studio, how to control the convo in a podcast, yada, yada, yada. So I think, bro, there are many ways that you can go about this. I would say these are the 3 main ones, ranked in the priority of first one-on-one and then workshops, and then over time you can transition to course, but I think a lot of people would recommend buying these 2. So yeah, bro, definitely. And also I think, in my opinion, every single service-based business on this planet should have multiple different ways of delivering their expertise, right? Because for example, you, bro, let's say that your main priority is the done for you, then you should still add the done with you, because what the done with you will do is like when you go to the movies and there is like a medium popcorn and a large one, and the large popcorn is like only, let's say, $1 more expensive than the middle one, but it's a lot bigger. So you're like, of course I'm gonna take the big one. It's like stupid not to. It's only $1, right? So what you can do, bro, if the done for you is still your main focus, is that you can make the done for you, let's say, only 3 or 4K more expensive than the done with you. So the VC company is looking at like, it's a no-brainer to just get this guy out on like a done for you, right? Because the price differentiator is so little. And then you make an extra, let's say, 20% per client, and you add 20% to your business bottom line, right? If you want to sell more of the medium popcorn, so you're done with you, then you just make it done for you 3x the price of the consulting offer, and then most people will go with that, right? So like a lot of agencies would just like, agencies, coaches, consultants, they could increase their bottom line with like 20-25% with just adding offers that they're not even gonna sell that many of, but it's just perceived value, right? It gives them negotiation power, flexibility, and mainly perceived value. That's what I've realized. So I wish you extremely good luck with that, bro. People, I can't do any more questions today. It's extremely late, so I'll do these questions tomorrow. I appreciate it. Today was a bit of a hectic day, but we'll get into that when I get to the to-do list, right? Now is business stats. So my daily updates is sitting at 418 subscribers. Let me see here what my main YouTube channel is currently sitting on. 6,475. So this is business stats. If you're new here, it's a sheet that I fill out every single day, which is kind of fun. And for my main YouTube channel is 6,475. You can see that I dropped a new video around here, and then like now it's dying off again, which is pretty normal. Lucky for me, I recorded another video yesterday that is currently with my agency, so hopefully I can get that up tomorrow if they're done with it. Nice. So my Instagram is currently at 20,879. Wow, how that is a big drop. Let's be real here. Can that be true? That's like 73 followers. Shall we see? Yeah, it is. Wow. Interesting. I didn't post anything. Maybe Instagram just removed some fake followers. Interesting. Back to business stats. I'm so sorry. 418. And then revenue and cash. So yesterday you can see that my business did 3,900 in revenue on the blue box. Can you see? Yeah, you can, right? You can. 3,900. But one of the payments was from my agency, 1.5K. And I only get personally 33% of that, which means that out of the 3.9K, 1K is team payouts, and I don't calculate this in this sheet. So I'll just write 2,900 for me personally, right? And also in cash. For costs, I need to check my bio business here. No costs. So big zero. Nice. Very good. Next thing on the to-do list is actually going through the to-do list. So today is Wednesday, and if you know, I have client calls Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. So today I had one-on-one calls with my clients from 1 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. Before that, I hit the gym. I wrote a YouTube video. I wrote on my program, and I prepared something for Friday's call for my community. So a pretty productive day. Then I had some dinner. Then I had a massage with my girlfriend. That's why it's a little bit late that I'm recording this, because you don't miss date nights. Then it's not good. So I'd rather do a late recording here. So today was a good day, very productive. And yeah, just really cool to talk to my clients. Like I think 60% of the people that I spoke with today is like pacing a really, really good August already, which is just very dope. I'm really grateful for the fact that this is my living. For strategy, nothing today. I'll do a better, more in-depth daily update tomorrow when it's not 9:30 p.m. here, and I got a 90-minute massage, so I'm basically already sleeping. I really appreciate you watching these videos. I hope that you take away something from them. And yeah, the cool thing is that we'll see each other tomorrow, huh?